Hello hearts, how y'all doing? This is Jada Lynn. Welcome to In the Raw. This is a channel where we discuss narcissism, raise awareness for narcissism, what it sounds like, what it looks like when it's all close and personal in your face. Let me just do a quick disclaimer. I'm not a doctor, PhD. I'm not licensed, none of that stuff. I just happen to be a little regular girl who done been through some things, and I feel like I can throw my 2 little cents on it. So with that being said, I would like to talk about setting boundaries with a narcissist. Yes, you can set boundaries with a narcissist, but I do suggest that you do your homework first so that you know what you're dealing with and what you up against, how you can approach it better, you know? But the first thing that I wanted to say is breakups with children. Don't talk about personal life. If y'all broken up and y'all ain't seen each other anymore, but y'all have children, do not talk about your personal business with each other. If it has nothing to do with the child, don't do it. Now, I set the boundary with the overt, and because I have my child with the overt. When I set my boundary with him, he kept my daughter from me for a whole month, and I will discuss the whole custody battle thing like that when they start tricking the system and making it seem this person got custody, but yet you doing visitation or you paying this, and I will discuss it all. It is just tedious and a whole bunch of information. So whatever. When you are not seeing each other anymore, it has nothing to do with the child. Do not discuss it. I set the boundary with the overt. And when I set the boundary with the overt, he kept my kid from me for a whole month. I was pissed. I was angry. I was upset. I felt like the Incredible Hulk on the inside. My blood was burning. This is my kid, and this is a human being. You don't do that. So whatever. But this is what they do to gain power over you because you just set a boundary. Now, I will discuss and sum everything up by the end of the video. Next that I have is sharing personal arguments and information with family members and friends. When I was with the overt, when I was with the covert, and he slept at night, I worked all day. So this whole nocturnal thing was not working, and he was refusing to see things how I needed to go. And when, I clock in at 8, I get up at 6 o'clock, I clock in at 8:30, I get off at 5, and his gigs is from 7 to 11. We wait around till 12 midnight to get the paycheck. But after that, he wants to go hang out at the spot, from 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning drinking. I don't want to do that. I'm tired. I'm ready to go. I've been up and at him at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and you've been sleeping all day. Now, but because I say that to him, he goes and tells his friends and family, I'm starting an argument. Shut it down. Shut it down. After he said all of that, I went to him and I called him out immediately. Don't do that. This is our personal business. If you and I are having a conversation or an argument or whatever, you don't go and discuss our personal business with friends and family members. That's none of their business. Now, keep in mind that sometimes they do this just because they trying to hurt you. They do it just to spite you. They want to have control over you. But set that clear boundary. And if you set that boundary and be like, if you keep doing this, then you have a consequence to hold against them. You don't have to tell them that there's a consequence, but you can show in your actions, if you continue doing this, X, Y, and Z will happen. You set the boundary. You know your individual. I don't. But my next one is being respectful and gaslighting. When an individual is talking to you and they're not showing you respect, oh no, you dead that conversation, and dead it immediately. Call them out and tell them, I am not going to have a conversation with you unless you learn to respect me. Get your little bowl of popcorn, go on and walk on in your little living room or whatever, drinking your little wine or whatever, you're looking at your movie. Continue acting like it don't even bother you. Same thing with gaslighting. They want to twist things around. They want to tell you this and that when it's not this and that, and you know the facts. Hit them up with the facts immediately. Shut it down. We're not doing this. No. If you want to have a conversation, we can have a conversation all day, but we're not going to have a conversation with you sitting up here lying. No, we're not doing that. So go ahead on that. Let's be clear. You want to tell the truth? Tell the truth. But if you want to sit up here and lie, conversation is done. Go ahead on, walk around, mind your own business, unbothered. They can't stand it, but set the boundary. You hear what I'm saying? Sexual activities. Listen, be clear on what it is that you want and what it is that you don't want. This is huge and near and dear to me because I went through some things with the overt. This dude, had me doing things that I didn't feel like doing. I didn't want to do. I just didn't want to do it. It was very uncomfortable. And then when he did get me to do it, he would use it against me, like in an argument. Throw it in my face. And that was just horrible. You know what I'm saying? But he would make me feel uncomfortable about certain things. Listen, if somebody is forcing you to do something, you are no longer engaging in sexual activities. You are now being sexually abused. I have numbers in the description box below. If anybody is guilt tripping you, so, you would do this for me. If you love me, you would do this. You should do this for us. If you want to save our marriage, you would do this for us. No, it don't work that way. If you are not comfortable doing something, speak on it. You should not have to do it. Numbers in the description. Money. When it came down to money, the overt evicted me out of my own bank account. Okay, I told y'all in previous videos where he would sit up there and go to the bank at 2-3 o'clock in the morning just to take money out of my account. Yes, I put his name on my bank account. I was very young and naive when I did that. Don't do that. Don't do it. It is your bank account, but no, we're not going to see that our significant other would ever do this to us because we love them. We feel like they would never do the things that they do to us. But guess what? They did it. Don't ever put your name or their name on your stuff. He was running all up in that bank account as if it was his. Now, I go to the bank one day. I drove up to the bank one day and I realized that I don't have my wallet. He stole my wallet so that I wouldn't take any money out of my account. When I get into the bank, I couldn't even get into the bank because I didn't have my bank card, but somebody was gracious enough to let me in. When I did get in, I explained to the lady what was going on. I said, close the account. Now, here's where I feel like I'm not a doctor, I'm not a PhD, I'm not licensed, and I can't give you the best advice. I advise you to go and get the best advice from a person who has, who specializes in this area. I am not a specialized person in this area, but I have experienced things. I just closed the account. I straight up closed the account and I switched and went to another account. But the only way that I was able to do that was I had to pay the $500 balance that he racked up on me. Listen, I have finances. I have a child to take care of. Do you hear what I'm saying? You got to take your power back sometime. You really have to. You have to set these boundaries. Listen, I know that it seems like I'm hitting every brick wall when I do these boundaries, but my thing is that once you set these boundaries, you will make these individuals respect you because they're going to start looking at you like, okay, I can't break this girl. Once you set this man, I'm sorry, I'm speaking from my perspective. I do apologize. Once you start setting these boundaries, they're going to blame you. They're going to belittle you. They're going to call you names. They're going to play victim. They're going to love bomb you. They're going to do this Hoover stuff or whatever. You're going to see all of these narcissistic tendencies or tactics surface up to the top, all because they're trying to get you to break. They're trying to break you because they look at you as you're weak. And they figure that once they throw these things at you, they can break you and they'll go back to doing what they were doing from before. If you could just stay grounded, because once you set these boundaries, I know it may not look like it at the moment. You may be scared at the moment, as I was. But once you set these boundaries, they will start to respect you because as they did me, they will start to respect you because they're going to look at you like, I can't break this individual. I can't intimidate this individual. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for you to be intimidated by their tactics. Stay grounded. I call y'all still hearts because that's what you have, is a still heart. Every time they knock you down, you get your behind back up and you show that still heart pumping in your chest. It's how many times you get up, not how many times you get knocked down. Don't let these individuals take over your bank accounts. Don't let these individuals force you to do things sexually that you don't want to do. Don't let them gaslight and disrespect you on a regular basis. Don't let these people tell your business to other people, friends and family. Set those boundaries. Don't let them use your children against you to hurt you. All they're doing is just for power and control. If you can get yourself grounded, ground yourself. Stay there and don't let up on it. Y'all is a still the heart, okay? Y'all can do this. I did it. I'm living proof. This is the reason why I made this channel, because I wanted to say stuff in the raw. I want to talk about things that people may not talk about, like the sexual abuse that these people afflict on you because of the narcissistic sexual activities that they had them doing, and now people are freaking scared to have sex and stuff. When sex is supposed to be a beautiful mutual agreement between two people who love each other. Did you hear what I'm saying? Don't let these people take your power. You got to still a heart, man. Set those boundaries.